Andrew McCART, IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast. Delighted for the first time to be joined by Paddy Lacey. Paddy, I saw you in my good friend James English podcast, man. What a story you have. So, I mean, you've obviously had that past, but you're getting to punch people in the face for money now, man. You must be smiling about it, so you must be happy.
I enjoy it, yeah. I get a lot more out of it than the football. So, but the story's not over yet. We're still going. The baton, I've still got all of the baton, and we're going to see where it goes now.
Where do you want to go from it? I mean, like you said, you've had 6 fights in 6 months. You're going to be 6-0, I believe, or 7-0 right now. 6-0. So, I mean, what do you want out of boxing?
I want to start picking up some of these smaller titles next year. This is my apprenticeship, as I said before. So, you know, I'm just learning. I'm kind of getting babied a little bit with, you know, stepping up in opposition and rounds, but I have to. I only started boxing 5 years ago, so. But I'm active, so I'm fighting quite quickly. They come on thick and fast, so I'm learning on the job. I'm doing relatively well. If you speak to my coaches, they're happy with me. So hopefully next year we can start picking up some of these smaller titles and go from there.
You feel any fatigue? Like I said, you have been active, very active, and staying in the gym and training all the time. Fatigue does set in. So do you feel any fatigue right now?
No, not really. More mental fatigue sometimes. You know, when you're maybe going holiday for a few days and you're straight back into the gym. But to be honest, I said before, I've got the boxing bug and I've got it bad, so if I'm not watching boxing, I'm in the gym, and it's kind of took over from the football. Still play football non-league, but boxing's paramount now. So the only things, I broke my hands before my second fight and kept fighting, but I had to, because if I was to have another 3, 4, 5 months off, I need to stay busy whilst what did he say? Whilst it's the sun's shining, make hay. So I've gained a lot of experience, done a lot of rounds. I think I'm 20 rounds boxing now as a pro. Hopefully get another 6 and a nice stoppage in the 6th round. That'd be a perfect weekend for me.
You mentioned the stoppage. I was going to say that elusive stoppage is yet to come.
Yeah.
I mean, your home fans in Liverpool at the Echo Arena, the MS Bank, whatever you want to call it now. I'm still old school. I'm calling it the Echo.
Yeah, I'm the same.
It's always been the Echo to me. Live on Channel 5 in your home city. Can we see it this weekend?
Well, I'm going to stick it on him to remain as much as I can and try and get him out. I do need the rounds as a pro, so I haven't really been too disheartened when I haven't, because these lads have got a lot of more experience on me. They all started boxing as babies, to I mean, I picked it up quite late. So either way, it is what it is, and experience. But if I could get to him in the 6th round, then I'd be an happy man.
Do you think that the longer rounds you start breaking will suit you better? Maybe in that 8 and 10 rounds, because you do break your opponents down. Do you think we'll start seeing more and more stoppages as the rounds go on?
Yeah, I need someone mixing it with me, and kind of let everyone on the back foot dancing around, sucking up. And the good of what they do, these journeymen, the brave fellas, they're fighting every week to feed the families. They know exactly what to do to nullify a novice pro like myself, to remain. So I haven't been able to cut them open as much as I want, but as we step up an opponent, they step up in class, and they're throwing them back, they're coming to win, and there's the opportunities there where you can capitalise them.
I mean, talk about, are you middleweight, light middleweight?
Well, I've went up to middleweight now. I was doing light middle, and I think my coaches and everyone was saying, it's probably a bit too light, and I was making it myself, saying, nah, but you're doing that for 4 rounds, and then as you're stepping up doing 6 and 8s, you could probably mask over it at 4 rounds, be a bit harder at 8 or 10 or 12. So I went to middleweight now, and you know what, I feel fantastic. I feel like a different fella in the gym, so it's definitely worth it.
You mentioned like what you want out of boxing. Is that British title too far for you? Or is
no,
that something you're aiming for?
Most definitely not. No, there's no way on earth that's too far for me, not at all. So I think over the next 6 months, I think people will start to take note as I step up an opponent and I keep winning. People will start to go, do you know what, he's not just a footy player, there's a bit of ability there, and I could do something with him.
Listen, Paddy, loads of media here, I know that probably more people want to speak to you, but I enjoyed that James English podcast, honestly. It was good to know the story and everything like that, and it's finally good to meet the man behind the gloves. So listen, stick in, I'll see you tomorrow at the weigh-in, mate, and any good recommendations for Liverpool? Any good restaurants?
You don't want to hang around with me, I just go to all the rough boozers.
That's more up my street, mate.
Welcome, Team Everlast, to the Team Everlast Fitness app. Download the Everlast Fitness app and find your greatness within.